I'm going to tell you something that will make you angry at first, then grateful forever. Every financial struggle you've ever faced wasn't because you weren't smart enough, didn't work hard enough, or weren't lucky enough. It was because nobody taught you the one thing that separates the wealthy from everyone else. And it's not what you think. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because once you understand this invisible force, your relationship with money will never be the same. I spent years wondering why some people seem to effortlessly attract wealth, while others grind themselves into the ground and barely survive. Then I discovered something that changed everything. The wealthy have a secret that sounds almost too simple to believe. They don't chase money, they become money magnets. They understand that wealth isn't something you hunt down, it's something you call in. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how desperate energy repels what you want most? The harder you chase a relationship, the faster they run. The more you need approval, the less respect you get. Money works exactly the same way. I used to wake up every morning calculating bills, stressing about payments, wondering how I'd make it through another month. And the universe kept giving me exactly what I was broadcasting. More reasons to worry about money. But then I learned something that flipped everything. Right now, as you're listening this, you're broadcasting a signal. Not through your phone or computer, but through your own energy field. And that signal is either attracting or repelling wealth every single second. Most people are unknowingly transmitting poverty frequencies all day long. They worry about bills, stress about the future, feel guilty about wanting more, and then wonder why money feels so hard to come by. Here's what nobody tells you about your energy field. You are literally a walking radio station, broadcasting your deepest beliefs about money 24/7. And the universe? It's listening to every single transmission. When your internal radio plays songs like "I can't afford this," or "money is hard to come by," or "I'm not good with money," guess what kind of experiences get sent your way? But what if you could change the station? Everything in existence vibrates at a specific frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, they all carry energetic signatures, and wealth has its own unique frequency. The people who seem to effortlessly attract money, they've learned to match wealth's frequency. They've tuned their internal radio to the abundance station. I remember the first time I truly felt this shift. I was walking down the street, and instead of my usual money anxiety, I felt this calm certainty that everything was working out. Within 48 hours, I received an unexpected check and 2 new opportunities. Coincidence? Not even close. This is where it gets really interesting. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field 5,000 times stronger than your brain. That means your feelings about money are creating a magnetic pull far more powerful than your thoughts about money. You can think positive thoughts all day, but if your heart is broadcasting fear, scarcity, or unworthiness, that's the signal the universe receives. I discovered something profound. Your assumptions, not your actions, create your reality. Most people assume they have to work harder to earn more. They assume money is scarce. They assume wealthy people are different from them. But what if you assumed something completely different? What if you assumed money flows easily to you? What if you assumed you're naturally magnetic to opportunities? What if you assumed wealth is your birthright? I started a simple experiment. Instead of assuming I had to struggle for money, I assumed money sought me out. I walked into meetings, assuming I was valuable. I checked my bank account, assuming good news. The results were immediate and undeniable. Here's the part that will blow your mind. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what you're assuming and what's actually happening. So when you consistently assume wealth, your subconscious starts creating circumstances that match that assumption. Most people try to think their way to wealth, but thinking is just the surface level. The real magic happens when you feel your way to wealth. Here's a technique that completely rewired my relationship with money. Every morning, before checking your phone or getting out of bed, spend 5 minutes feeling what it's like to already have the wealth you desire, not visualizing it, feeling it. Feel the relief of never worrying about bills. Feel the excitement of unlimited choices. Feel the peace of financial security. Feel the joy of being generous without thinking twice. Let these feelings saturate your entire being. Let them become familiar. Let them become your new normal. Because here's what happens when you do this consistently. Your subconscious mind starts to believe this is your reality. Your energy field shifts. Your actions change. Your opportunities multiply. Not because you're pretending, but because you've literally rewired your magnetic frequency. Everything begins with a state of consciousness. Poor people live in the state of lack. Rich people live in the state of abundance. And here's the secret most people miss. You don't have to wait for money to show up before you enter the state of abundance. You can enter that state right now, and then money has no choice but to follow. How do you enter this state? Through a technique I call living from the end. Instead of living from your current circumstances, you live from your desired end result. You don't think about becoming wealthy. You think from already being wealthy. Every decision I make, I ask myself, how would the wealthy version of me handle this? Then I act from that place. Not from where I am, but from where I'm going. This single shift changes everything. Your imagination isn't just daydreaming. It's the workshop where reality is built. Every single thing that exists was first imagined by someone. Here's a nightly practice that programs wealth into your subconscious. Every night before sleep, construct a short scene that implies your wealth has already materialized. Maybe you're signing a major deal. Maybe you're looking at your investment portfolio. Maybe you're in your dream home. But here's the crucial part. Don't watch this scene like a movie. Live it from inside your own body. See through your own eyes. Feel the pen in your hand. Smell the leather of the chair. Hear the congratulations. Loop this scene as you drift off to sleep. Your subconscious will take this imagined experience and start working to make it physical reality. Students who practice this consistently report unexpected money appearing, new opportunities manifesting, business deals closing faster than ever before. Why? Because they've given their subconscious mind a blueprint to work from. Money doesn't respond to hope. It doesn't answer to maybe. It doesn't flow toward uncertainty. Money responds to one frequency only: absolute confidence. Not fake it till you make it confidence, not surface level bravado, deep cellular certainty that wealth is inevitable for you. I noticed that every time I desperately needed money, it never showed up. But every time I felt calm confidence that it would appear, it did. Money was responding to my internal state, not my external circumstances. Here's how to build this unshakable confidence. Every morning, stand in front of a mirror and declare your wealth identity out loud. Not affirmations you don't believe, but identity statements that feel true. I am someone money flows to easily. I am a natural at creating wealth. I am respected and well compensated for my value. Say it until your reflection starts nodding back. Most people treat money like a scarce resource. The wealthy treat it like energy in motion. Energy that flows grows. Energy that stagnates dies. If you're hoarding every penny out of fear, you're sending a scarcity signal to the universe. Start moving small amounts of money daily. Buy someone coffee. Tip generously. Make a small investment. The amount doesn't matter. The energy of circulation does. I started carrying cash just to feel it, touch it, and spend it intentionally. Money stopped feeling foreign and started feeling familiar. This simple shift changed my entire relationship with abundance. But here's where most people sabotage themselves. Your energy field is constantly being influenced by the people around you. Broke-minded people don't just think poor thoughts. They broadcast poor frequencies that contaminate everyone in their vicinity. I had to learn this lesson the hard way. I was doing all the right practices, feeling abundant, assuming wealth, and then I'd spend time with certain people and feel completely drained. Their complaints about money, their fear-based advice, their scarcity mindset was literally reprogramming my frequency. The moment I started protecting my energy field like a precious resource, money started flowing faster than ever before. Ask yourself honestly, who in your life makes you feel more abundant when you're around them? Who makes you feel more worried about money? Your wealth acceleration depends on surrounding yourself with the first group and limiting exposure to the second. Here's something that will completely change how you handle challenges. Every obstacle, every setback, every no you receive isn't blocking your wealth. It's redirecting energy that you can transform into money. I call this resistance alchemy. Instead of seeing problems as problems, you see them as raw energy that can be transformed into solutions, opportunities, and ultimately wealth. When I lost a major client, instead of panicking, I asked, what is this making room for? Within 2 weeks, I landed 3 new clients who paid more than the one I lost. The universe was upgrading my entire situation. Every wealthy person understands this principle. They don't avoid resistance, they alchemize resistance. They don't fear failure, they extract the energy from it and redirect it towards success. The difference between people who get rich once and people who stay rich is this. They don't just learn to attract wealth, they learn to stabilize at wealth frequency. Most people hit a money breakthrough and then immediately drop back to their old patterns. They visit abundance, but live in survival. Here's how to make wealth your permanent frequency. Anchor 1. Identity maintenance. Every morning, remind yourself who you are. I am someone who naturally attracts wealth. Anchor 2. Evidence collection. Keep a daily log of every sign that money is flowing to you. The discount, the refund, the unexpected opportunity. Anchor 3. Frequency protection. Guard your energy field like your life depends on it, because your wealth does. When you master these 3 anchors, wealth stops being something that comes and goes. It becomes your baseline, your foundation, your new normal. Here's the technique that creates the fastest results. For the next 21 days, you're going to install a new assumption about yourself. Pick one core belief about your relationship with money and repeat it 100 times per day. Money seeks me out. I am financially magnetic. Wealth is my natural state. Not because you're trying to convince yourself, but because you're programming your subconscious operating system with new software. I challenge you to try this for just 7 days and watch what happens. Most people report noticeable shifts by day 3. When you master this, you're not just changing your own life. You're changing the entire energetic field around you. Your family starts thinking differently about money. Your friends start having breakthrough conversations. Your community begins to shift. You become a lighthouse of abundance, showing others what's possible when you align with wealth frequency instead of fighting against it. The greatest gift you can give the world is your own abundance. Not because money itself is spiritual, but because financial freedom allows you to express your highest purpose without constraint. Everything I've shared with you today comes down to this single moment. Right now, you get to choose. You can continue living from the frequency of scarcity, struggle, and lack. Or you can step into the frequency of abundance, ease, and magnetic attraction. The universe is waiting for your signal. Your subconscious is ready for new programming. Your energy field is prepared to shift. I remember the exact moment I made this choice. I was sitting in my car, stressed about bills, when I realized I had been choosing struggle every single day through my thoughts, feelings, and assumptions. I decided to choose differently, and everything changed. Money was never supposed to be hard. Abundance was never supposed to be earned through suffering. Wealth was always meant to flow to you naturally, magnetically, effortlessly. You are not separate from abundance. You are abundance expressing itself in human form. From this moment forward, you're no longer someone who chases money. You're someone who calls it in. You're no longer someone who struggles for wealth. You're someone who naturally magnetizes it. Welcome to your new frequency. Welcome to your magnetic reality. Welcome to the abundant life you were always meant to live. If something inside you just shifted, if you felt that familiar tingle of recognition, if part of you said, yes, this is what I've been missing, then this is your moment. Don't let this feeling fade. Subscribe right now to keep this frequency alive. Every video on this channel is designed to strengthen your wealth magnetism and keep you tuned to abundance. Drop a comment below and declare, I am a wealth magnet. Let the universe see your commitment. Let the algorithm amplify your intention. Let yourself hear your new identity spoken out loud. Your transformation begins the moment you claim it. The old version of you who struggled with money, that person no longer exists. The new you, the magnetic you, the abundant you, the wealthy you is stepping forward right now. This is your moment. This is your frequency. This is your new reality. Welcome home to wealth.